Susie, would you like to come forward this time?
I don't have speech, but Judge McCormick, I'd like to be one of the first people to call you Judge McCormick. And I'd like to tell you, and I'd like to tell all of the members of the court that Sandy was proud to be on the court with each of you. He was very proud of Henderson County, and it is my strongest and prayer and wish that you will continue to represent Henderson in the way that you have represented Henderson in the past. And I'm proud to say I'm from Henderson. And one time when Sandy was running, I told somebody, I said, I don't think you'll ever have to apologize. You'll ever be sorry to say that you voted for Sandy. And I think that there are many people that feel that way. And I just want you to know, Judge McCormick, that I'm extremely proud of you. And I believe that you believe as Sandy did. And I'd also like to apologize for coming in late. I'm not running on a real good time right now. And I just want to let you know how proud I am. Thank you.
We want to thank you, and we were talking about you earlier, about how strong a lady that you are, and how amazing and how good that you've made it through everything. It's just, I know you've had a long time. It's been a difficult struggle for you, and it will be forever. You're always going to be a member of this court for us, and we appreciate you being here, and we want you to know when you come anytime. Please be here, be with us, and we don't want you to.
Well, Hugh and I've had a couple of little heart-to-hearts in the last few days, and those of you probably up here know Sandy better than anybody, and I've been married to her for 40 years, and I couldn't be married for 40 years and not be a tough old broad. And so I am, and I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, and life goes on a day at a time, and I'm sure he will expect you to do the same thing.
Well, as you know, I've had a rough time dealing with all this, as everybody in this community has, and the two conversations that you and I had meant so much to me, because after you and I talked, it was sort of like you said it was okay to go on, and it's what he would want. Today's been tough for everybody, and I know it is for me. I love you, I love your whole family, and just thank you very much for being here. We'll always remember Sandy Watkins.
Well, there was only one him, and that's probably a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Kathy, do you have anything for the facility today? Detention facility?
No, sir, you said it all for me. Jailer Harrington could not be here. He's at AJ. So he asked me to come to court and be sure that y'all were aware of the status of our garden. And I didn't have to get up and read that at all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're very proud of the facility and what you all have done down here this summer tomorrow. Anybody else have anything from Good County? Mr. Timberlake?
This is a paper I received, I believe it was in the beginning of August, and it's from the Commonwealth of Kentucky Energy and Environmental Cabinet. And basically what it is it is a penalty assessment and notice of noncompliance with Patriot Coal and Grand Eagle Mining for the area located at Hatchville Road. And I'd like to submit this for record, so it goes on record that there has been some problems that they've been cited for. The only other thing that I have is I'd like Bruce Todd to bring to the committee when they meet this month a concern that I read in the newspaper regarding Conway Road. Apparently there is talk that the bridge is going to come out of Conway Road. That's the bridge that you and I and somebody else met on that day. And if you remember, it's a very large bridge with a lot of water going through. And my understanding is when Conway Road is finished mining, it was supposed to go back to the natural way that it was. The road was supposed to proceed through and the bridge would be put back and the stream would be put back. I have a concern that this bridge coming out, because of the distance that it serves for a stream, would not be sufficed by just a box culvert. The other concern is that box culverts don't have guardrails. And the one we currently have out on Hatchet Mill Road, when we get a snow and you can't see the road and you're the first person out, you can't find the landmarkings of that bridge. And I'm very afraid that someone is going to go off into the ditches off of these box culverts. I don't know if there could be guardrails put on them, but I don't know if the Corps of Engineers would approve that bridge disappearing on Conway Road and going down to a box culvert. I think it carries a lot of water. That's all I have.
I'm sure there'll be some hydrology studies done, and what have you. Mr. Hudiak, you're our surface mine engineer. Do you have any comment? Or we'll refer your question to the surface mine engineer also.
Yes. Associated Engineering is looking into the aspect of replacing that bridge with a box culvert. That bridge would be reutilized to replace an underway structure somewhere else in the county, just as we had done before on one of the other existing roads within the county, where we replaced them with a box culvert. The bridge was apparently oversized for the drainage way that was put in there years ago, and if it can be utilized with a smaller structure, we would be very much interested in entertaining that and reducing our liability on an underway structure within the county.
What about the guardrails? Any comment on that?
Guardrail procedures, basically, guardrails are put up on structures. Basically, they come on bridges. We have a standard bridge form. When you put the bridge up on box culverts, they are not standardized, and the policy basically that we implement is if a car can go off the road and be submerged, then we would put up a guardrail. But in most of these cases, as you can see throughout the county, we do not put up guardrail, and we replaced the one on Hatchet Mill Road, I believe probably 8 to 10 years ago, and there has been no accident there whatsoever. Nobody has ever run off the road. What we do is put them out wider than the roadway, and there's plenty of room for air.
Mr. Hudiak, Bill, could we put some of those signs up, those kind of slant signs where it give you
We can put a guide marker up before and after on the structure, but you can't put them in the concrete, as it would
but you could get them so close that you could still guide your car through.
Yeah, but we have not had any problem, Charles, on any of them whatsoever. We normally put them up on narrow structures where they're one lane and not where they're 2-lane adequate.
You all will just discuss this and refer it to the surface mine committee. Any questions you can ask when you come up there, would you do that, please?
Be fine.
Okay.
Ray, did you have something? Anybody else?
Ms. Allen with us, Tri-County Recycling today.
Thank you very much. I just want to say it was really nice having the kids here this morning, because there's nothing like having little kids around you to help ease you in your time of grief. That always makes me feel better, and I think that was a divine order for them to be here this morning. I just wanted to approach the court and to just make you aware of some of the things that have happened. I've been unable to attend past meetings due to enforcement actions in the counties that I serve. I notified the judge and had asked him to make the court aware of that. Proof of these inspections are on file with the state and in the illegal dump grant applications that have been submitted. I have to inspect dumps before they're cleaned, and we have to notify a state inspector, and there's a process to that or we cannot apply for the grant funds. So I wanted to let you know. What I wanted to bring to the court this morning also was something that had kind of come up a couple of months ago, and I just want to answer your questions and allay any concerns that you might have had concerning our annual report and the audit of those annual reports. A couple of months ago, I think there was a question about the numbers that were turned in on the annual report for Henderson County, and a letter was sent out August 16th. That's the second sheet that you have. And in light of those concerns, the state, asked that if the county had any questions and if they wanted to send a representative there to witness the inspections, they could do so. And the judge sent Sue and Angela, and it was a 2-day inspection. They inspected all 4 counties. They went over the records and compliance reports. And the first page that you have is the result of that inspection. All 4 counties were found to be in compliance with all state regulations, including reporting on the annual report and compliance with the 5-year solid waste management plan. Like I said, it was witnessed by the judge's 2 secretaries. I think it was a really good exchange of information, a lot of eye-opening information, things that they wanted to know about, because it would better serve the public for them to be better informed about what is actually going on in the county. I think it was a good meeting. I'm just submitting this to the court as verification, and it should lay to rest any questions. Also, one of the questions I think that was asked was, is any of the grant money that I administer on behalf of any of the counties, including Henderson County, is any of that federal money? And the answer is no. The funding for all of those grants is through fees and taxes and revenues through state funding only. And that was something that I think the staff had a lot of questions on, and that was answered by Lisa Evans. If anyone has questions about that, Lisa can address that. Her name's on here and phone number and contact, and I just want to make sure that the court was aware of that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Anybody else have anything to bring before the court? Mr. Carver?
Just wanted to let everybody know that tonight we're going to have our orientation meeting for our next CERT program, the Community Emergency Response Team Training. There's no obligation to be there. Get the information. It will be an overview of the course, what's expected of the students, what they can expect from the presentation and the training. And these are in module training situations. So there are going to be 9 training modules, and we'll come late with at the end of the period, we will have a exercise to give everybody an opportunity to use the things that they've learned in the previous sessions. So many of this, most of this is hands-on. They actually get to do the things that they're learning rather than just get it out of textbooks. So that training the informational meeting is tonight, and then we'll set the meeting night schedules depending upon the students, what they want to do, how they want to do it. The presentations will be the same. It's just a matter of going to do it twice a week, once a week, what day of the week, and so on and so forth. But it will be at 6 o'clock this evening. So invite everybody there who would like to get more information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to do with the county? I would also, Sheriff, like to comment on your remarks earlier. I was very proud of your department, all county employees, and basically this whole community for the support and grief that they showed the loss of our county judge and our leader for so many years, almost 17 years. And with that today, may he rest in peace. We'll move on and we'll do what he wanted us to do. I do have one special guest here with me today. I'd like to recognize him because I think he helped pack the pod and cement and do whatever he was told to do back when this courthouse was built. And that's my uncle, James Biggs, that is up in Florida today. So, thank you for being here. Anybody else have anything for us, the county? Adjourned.